Hello, welcome to my channel called Actively Planning, where we do all things planning in my weekly spread here in my passion planner. And let's just say this thing has gotten so freaking chunky that I love it, to the point that yes, I do need all of these clips to keep everything down and to keep everything, straight as possible. Anyways, I got my post-its here as reminders of things that are happening this week. Not a lot happening this week, but it's still happening. Of course, let me just place this clip because again, it will not stay down. So what I'm actually going to be using is this color palette, kind of in the greenish mood, because I want to use one of the new Passion Planner washi tapes, which is this one, and I'm going to blend it with these other like aqua-ish colors. So with that, of course, I have my icon stickers that I love using. They're from Daisy Papers, and I have them linked in my notes there. So first thing we're going to do is actually white out these sections, because again, one of the biggest things that I love being able to do is get the crisp color of these washi tapes, and the way that I'm able to do that is by whiting out these sections. Of course, I can always go over it or go under it and all of that, but I would rather just use that spot where a title should go, or a title is, to be able to add that washi tape. And plus, I like to white out my Sundays, because if I have nothing planned on those Sundays, I love being able to use it for another column to add my goals, my why, all of those good things. So let me go ahead. I'm going to be adding some of this washi tape before getting into some planning. Okay, now that I have everything there, let me grab my markers. I'm gonna grab my stencils, my several different types of pens that I love to use for this spread, which I'm still trying to find the perfect pen that I can use daily. So I'm still on the hunt for that. But anyways, what I'm gonna do is go ahead and time block what I have now in terms of this week. And I love using the stencil also listed in the notes, which is from Krissyanne Designs. It fits perfectly for a passion planner. I know that a lot of people have been commenting on it, so I definitely want to call it out again, because I feel like it is the perfect stencil. It has for making tasks, it has obviously for this, highlighting the certain spots, different boxes. I mean, it literally has everything, and plus it is clear, which I find whenever I look for stencils, I love being able to see it clear, because then I can really see what's going on behind what I'm actually trying to highlight or stencil out in terms of what I'm trying to do. So anyways, what I wanted to bring up today, and it kind of goes hand in hand with the whole time blocking idea, is, and the reason actually I'm bringing this up is because many of my health and life coaching clients are, I don't want to say struggling, but basically going through the motions of what holiday usually does to us, which is prioritizing everything else other than ourselves. And this is one of the biggest things that happens during the holidays. We begin to overwhelm ourselves with all the things that we need to do for others, that we put ourselves in the back burner. And here's the thing, when it comes to the holidays, we still need to pour into ourselves to be able to be our best selves. If it's giving ourselves the time of day to do the things that we love. For example, doing something like this is my me time, where I'm able to pour into myself because I love it so much, right? I'm giving it to myself. Another thing that many people like to do is to read. Sit down and actually read a chapter of a book or more if you're actually able to. Or another thing is meditation, journaling. There's working out, moving your body, going for a walk, going outside. There's so many different ways that we can, during this busy holiday season, and yes, I'm using the word busy because I know how things get, is being able to still prioritize and make time for ourselves. And one of the biggest things that is helpful for this is to time block, but then also make sure that when you are actually time blocking it, you actually fulfill it, right? We want to be able to make sure that what we put in our planners is something that is going to be as realistic as we can make it. Obviously, life likes to throw curveballs, and I'm not going to say every single day is going to be perfect, straight to the T, how you time block it. No, this is more of like a guidance for you to see that all the things that you want to achieve in a day are actually possible in this layout or in this setup. And one of the things that is always going to be important is making those times for yourself inside those time blocked spots. So one of the biggest things that I've been talking to my clients about is making sure that in their busy schedule, making sure that in their busy days, especially now during the holidays, they still are prioritizing themselves, making time for themselves, for the things that they love, for the things that fill them up. Because if we start giving to other people too much, we're actually going to drain ourselves and end up actually getting sick, or end up, burnt out, or end up, not in the best mood. Let's put it that way. So it's especially important during this holiday season to be able to make time for the things that bring you joy, but then also make sure that you are pouring into yourself and not just giving too much of yourself to other people, because you still deserve that self-love. You still deserve that prioritizing. You still deserve all of that love that you should be giving to yourself as well. So I kind of wanted to bring that up, especially as we get closer to the holidays. I know some people are celebrating right now. Some people are going to be starting to celebrate the holidays. And it's one of those things that comes up every single season, because it's just how we humans have evolved into and just go about our days. So I wanted to bring that up because I feel like it is just so important, especially right now, to start getting that in the mindset, or into your mindset, when it comes to approaching this season or getting into that holiday spirit, right? So I'm just gonna go ahead and finish up filming here and then continue on with planning. So let's go into the bottom right section of this planner. This is usually where I write the quote of the week, something that I want to focus on, something that is in my mind, something that, is needed. Let's put it that way. Let me just move my clip here. And this week's quote is actually focus on what you can control. We tend to focus on all the other things that are out of our control, but this time we need to just make sure that we're focusing on what we can actually control. And I definitely need it because there's some times where my mind just starts to spiral, and it's definitely not helpful at all. So it's just a quick reminder for myself and hopefully for you. So let me just go ahead and write this out. Okay, so this bottom left section is for tracking. So I know I talk about this every single video, but it is so important. If you have goals, if you're trying to achieve something, tracking reveals trends that reveal how you're going about achieving those goals that you set for yourself. And I love that Passion Planner already has these lines kind of created in there. I just manipulate it or create it into more checkboxes so that I'm able to actually track what I'm doing with my clients, because this whole section I definitely use for my health and life coaching. So it's just one of those things where I love being able to see progress, be able to see how I'm doing, where I can improve, all of those good things, and having a section here where it's visible every single time I get to work. I actually sit down and take a look at how I'm doing, especially throughout the weeks, and tracking is just the greatest way for me to know that, okay, I'm on the right path, or here I need to improve on this section. So let me go ahead and finish up my check boxes and my habit tracker. So I have a few more sections that I like to add, and one of them is my gratitude, which, yes, Passion Planner already has a box for it, but I love being able to use a little bit bigger of a box. Let's put it that way. So I love to add a little bit of a bigger box here for my gratitude, because I like to point out at least one thing a day that I'm grateful for, and I write them out here. Let me just write down a little title here, but then also in that Sunday section where I blocked off is actually where I write down my goals for the week. Many of them are personal, and then the other many are my business goals. So for my health and life coaching, that is basically where I write down my goals as well. And another thing that I'm actually going to be adding little by little, or I have been adding little by little, is not just these to-do boxes that I'm putting right now, but actually a box where I write down my why. It is just something that I want to be able to focus on, so that on those days that, I don't feel like doing anything, or feel like I should just take a break instead of work, that sort of scenario, I can remind myself, especially if it's written down where I have it visible, and I can just remind myself, okay, 30 minutes of work is going to equal to 30 minutes of success, right? So I love being able to add this, adding my to-dos, all of those good things. So what I'm actually going to do now that I have the core of my planner, is have some fun with some stickers, which is always going to be the best part of planning, let's be real. So let me just go ahead and have some fun. here is the finished spread. Obviously, once I'm done filming, I'll be filling in all of the to-dos, the goals, my why, my habits, all the things. But hopefully this was something that was inspiring, and hopefully it was helpful, especially during the holidays and all the situations that love to happen to us. And hopefully this was inspiring for you to do the same and plan out your whole week. And of course, hopefully you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you here for another video very soon. Okay, bye.